Hi, Puddins. It's your girl, glittamamma here. If you can tell, I'm at my job right now. And I am going to talk about something that I have mentioned, but I haven't sat down and actually really talked to you about this. And I'm going to talk about the previous relationship that I was just in for 3 months. Yes, I know. Only 3 months? What the fuck? But let me talk a little bit about how I met him. I met him through my job about 10 or 11 years ago. We dated back then and it just didn't work out. And then we finally decided to give it another try back on Christmas. Well, not really Christmas. Christmas is the day that actually we started talking. But I don't think we made it kind of official until the beginning of the year. So I hung out with him for his birthday. His birthday was like a couple of weeks after my birthday. And I didn't really want to expose him on here yet because it was such a new relationship, and I didn't really mention him at first for probably about a month, just because I was it wasn't new, you know what I mean? Because like I've been with him before, but it was more like, the relationship itself was new. Like we were both at a different, in my head, I'm thinking we are both in a different place in our lives, and that's the whole reason why I came through and I like started talking to him. And to be honest, I didn't really start talking to him. He kind of friend requested me on Facebook. Facebook is the death of fucking relationships. Let me just put it this way. Don't ever hook up with somebody through Facebook. That is a big no-no. But you guys probably all know this by now. Me, on the other hand, I'm such a stupid person. But anyway, that's the way that he contacted me, or got through and contacted me, was through Facebook. And I just accepted his friend. I didn't think nothing of it. Like, I'm like, okay, he's just going to be like on my friends list, you know. Every now and then we might like cross paths and say hi or something. But he messaged me and he was like, how are you? And I'm literally like a bitch to him. Like, I'm like, you know, fuck you. I don't want to fucking talk to you. Why the fuck are you talking to me? Like, I was so fucking cold-hearted to this motherfucker. Like, I was not, in my head, I was not in a place to be in a relationship. Well, I didn't want to be in a relationship. I wasn't in the right place to be in a relationship. I think I had moved past that, but I wasn't looking for a relationship. I wasn't just out like sniffing it like a fucking hound dog, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, I was just basically telling him, I was trying to tell him to fuck off. Like, I really was. But he was, you know, what's that word? He was very, consistent and just kept talking to me. That's the right word. I'm not even sure. But anyway, whatever. You know, you get my drift. Like, he was very, like, inanimate about, like, talking to me. Like, he really wanted to, like, talk and, like, to get to know me again and, like, be with me again, right? So that's not a big deal. You know, we hung out, we talked, we went out on his birthday. Like, he was totally cool with me going out for my birthday. Well, it was, like, my late birthday gift that it was my birthday gift that came like later, you know, when I went to go see In This Moment, and this, that, and another. Okay, so then February rolls around, we don't hang out for Valentine's Day, and I'm like, what's up with that? Yes, I did have to work, but he never got around on my days off to do anything. And when I would see him and stuff, he would not say, oh, let's do our Valentine's Day, like, makeup day or whatever. He just, like, completely forgot about it. Which is not a big deal, because Valentine's Day is not really a big deal to me, because of a lot of history back in the day. A lot of things happened to me to make me not like Valentine's Day, which is like a total different long story. I don't even know if I want to actually talk about it on here. I mean, to be honest with you. But anybody that knows me personally knows why I don't like Valentine's Day. Like, Valentine's Day is not a good day. And, like, a lot of people try to, like, you know, kind of make sure that I don't have another shitty one after that because of what had happened. Whether they just be like, oh, here's your little balloon, or here's your little Valentine's Day card, no matter who it is. Like, it's, especially like my inner family, like my mom, my grandmother, my grandmother doesn't really know the whole story. She doesn't know, like, but she knows that Valentine's Day is just not my day. You know what I mean? Like, I hate that day. Like, I literally will be like dressed up in black on that day and just be like, fuck love, you know? That's just my motto. But now that I have a kid, it's kind of different because she's my Valentine, if that makes sense. But anyway, whatever. So we didn't get together. We planned on going and seeing the new Black Panther movie. That never happened. So I was like, okay, like, really? Or we were going to plan on seeing the new 50 Shades of Grey movie that, you know, that just was released. But now they're probably off theaters now, and thanks a lot, boo-boo. No, you're not my boo-boo anymore. Sorry. So, anywho, so the end of February, he comes at me, or maybe it's the beginning of March, he comes at me and he says that he's going to rehab for drinking. Which I was like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to quit drinking, that's fine. You know, get detox, get clean. I'm all down for it. Like, no joke. Now, he got to the point where he got upset with me because I worked. I was busy working, okay? So I could not, and I wasn't able to, like, immediately text him back or immediately, like, pick up the phone and be like, hey, what's up? I couldn't do that. Like, I work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, his fucking mind didn't understand that or something. So anyway, so he goes to, this is the weird part, because I've never heard of a rehab place that does this, or like a rehab center or whatever, where you'll go to one place, get clean, and then you'll go to another place, like they'll release you for a week, and then you'll go to another spot and get clean. I've never heard of that. I've heard, this is how and this is the thing, and I'll get to it in a minute. I've heard you detox in the same place. I've heard that you do all of your classes and this, that, and another in the same place. I've never once heard of somebody going from one place, which literally this place was at our hospital or near our hospital, and then leave, like literally check out of that place, be home for a week, and then go right back to rehab to take classes. In my entire life, I've never heard of such a thing. So, that kind of threw me off. Okay. Secondly, he had talked about how he wanted to, get a place with me. And I was kind of hesitant, and then I first told him, yeah, but then I started to fall back on it because I did not want to leave my grandmother. You know my grandmother's situation, you know she's got cancer, she's sick. So I didn't want to leave her side at this moment, because what if something did happen in the middle of the night or something and I wasn't there? There wasn't somebody there to you know what I mean? So I kind of told him that I did not want to move in with him, and he's like, oh, well, we need to look for a place. I'm like, did you not just hear me? I fucking don't want to move in with you. The first time I was very honest with them and very open, and usually I don't say anything. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, well, and then I never go through with it. You know what I mean? I'm very I don't really, say anything a lot of the times. But this time around I did, because I was like, no, I don't want to move in with you. And at this point, he was calling my work, my phone. I mean, he was blowing up the lines. Like, he was fucking blowing up to the lines to the point where my fucking boss came up to me and was like, you need to tell him to chill or else I'm writing you up for it because you allowed that to come through here. I said, I didn't allow that. He fucking did it on his own. Like, so I finally just told him, I was like, look, I'm about to get fired because of your ass calling all the time. So stop. You know what I mean? So he began to blow up my phone, and like, it would be times when I was fucking busy, like either I was at work or I was dealing with my daughter or I was a fucking sleep, and he got so pissed off at that. And I'm like, look, dude, like, I have a fucking life. I'm not waiting around the phone for your ass 24/7. I fucking don't do that. I'm not that type of bitch that's like, oh, let me wait on the phone for my bae. No, I'm not like that. I'm like, you gonna call when you need to call when it's my convenience. Sorry to say that, but I do have a life. I do work. I am a mother, so you've got to work around that shit. You got to work around it. And if I'm asleep, you're fucked. You're fucking fucked. I'm sorry to say that and sorry to sound like that, but that's just who I am. I'm like, if you can't work around me, fuck off. You know, you don't need to be in a relationship with me. You don't need to be around me. So, I'm sorry. That was like a little ranter right there. But anyway, so he goes into rehab. He calls me and he's like, because he told me that the visits were Wednesdays and Sundays. So I'm like, okay, I'll come see you on both days. Like, I'm supporting my whatever, you know, I don't give a fuck, like, whatever, I requested those days off at work so that I can come see your ass, you know what I'm saying, like, I did all this shit for you, you know, and then he comes and tells me that it's just Wednesdays. Okay, so let me get to the visit. They tell me Sunday's visit was great, the families, you know, I'm like, Sunday? The fuck? The fuck? Now you, in your head, are thinking something is going on. I hope you are thinking this at this point. Okay. And I'm the only one that's sitting there waiting on him. Like coming to see him, if that makes sense. None of his family members are coming. None of his, you know, friends or his homies or anybody's seen him besides this person right here. I'm the only person. Okay. And people were acting kind of strange, like, when I came into the visit, like, he was you know, like, introducing people to me, and they were like, oh, this your girlfriend? And they're like, the counselors were, and I'm like, why is everybody acting so weird for? Like, it was, like, the weirdest thing, like, they knew something that I didn't know. And, you know what I mean? Like, so... okay, so then he gets out. Good. And at this point, I was really busy. Like, seriously, really busy. And he kept blowing up my phone. He began to, like, blow up my work phone again. I finally told him, I was like, you need to stop. Because I even lied to him and told him that I got demoted. Like, I wanted him to stop calling me at my job. Like, for real. And even one guy even said that, oh, she quit and this, that, and another, you know, and he started blowing up my phone and, like, texting me and asking questions like, why did you quit and everything. I was like, because of you. I had to quit because of you, because if not, this, that, and another. But, like, I didn't, so anyway, so he was out for, like, probably a week, and I was getting very suspicious at this point, like ever since the visit to the rehab center. I just thought it was kind of weird. And then he kept talking about his ex-girlfriend, like, when I went, because I saw him in between that week in between his detox and his rehab, like, that whole week that he was home, if that makes sense. And apparently, and I don't know if this is true or not, but that night, or one of the days that I went to go see him, well, it was one day, actually, his ex-girlfriend keyed his mama's car and his car. That's got nothing to do with me. I don't have nothing to do with this. Okay, so, I mean, you're jealous because I'm with him? Like, in my head, I'm thinking that, but then at the same time, I'm like, this ain't no fucking crazy ex-psycho girlfriend. Because a lot of the times, I mean, there are some out there that are crazy and psycho, but like some of them will get over it and move on and find them another man. And if they've got them a man, why would they even bother? Like, why would they even bother with fucking with someone else? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what's going on here? So, I mean, my thing was like, and I literally stopped texting him. I stopped talking to him because I was doing my own little research and like my investigation, like my Sherlock Holmes, because there was something going on, and I caught him in so many fucking lies, like so many fucking lies. I mean, if I would tell you all the lies that I caught him with, I would fucking be here. I mean, like literally this video would be fucking 5 hours long. I mean, that's how many fucking lies, you know, and I was at the point when he got out of rehab that I was fucking done. I was done. I was done. I was fucking done. D-O-N-E, y'all. D-O-N-E. So done. And so this was Easter weekend, okay, y'all? It was like that Thursday or Friday in my head. I said, you know what? Let's just chill out. Maybe you're just completely overreacting. Maybe, you know, in my head, like that's what I'm putting in back into my head is like, maybe you're overreacting. Maybe he's not that bad. Maybe you're just fucking being a crazy bitch or something like that. Like in my head, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, this is Thursday or Friday. I don't remember what day it was exactly, but it was like a couple of days before. It was at least 24 to like 48 hours before Saturday happened. This girl, I think I'm at home. Yeah, I'm home. And it's late at night or whatever. And I get a text message, or I get a message through Facebook from this girl. Didn't have a profile picture on it. And I'm not going to name her name because I'm not going to make a bitch fucking famous on here or have her, but this is her 2-second famous, like, whatever. She said, do you know this dude? And I said, yeah. I said, who wants to know? Like, because I have my guard up. Let me tell you something. I have a lot of trust issues as is, especially with females. No offense to any female out there. It's just, I had a lot of shit that a lot of people's done shit to me, especially females, to make me fucking have a hard time trusting other females, if that makes sense. So it's nothing to do with like, if I meet a new person and that person so happened to be a female, I have a lot of trust issues because of past, you know, people that I've hung around, you know, especially females, you know. So it's nothing to do with you. It's just my thing. You know what I mean? It's what I've experienced in the past, if that makes sense. Okay. So don't get mad if I'm like, I can't trust you, bitch. I can't trust a bitch, period. Like, I'm getting to the point where I don't even trust my mama. And no offense to my mom or anything, I love her half to death. But I've gotten to that point where I have been that way for a while. So anyway, so I'm talking to her and I'm like, well, who wants to know? She says, me. I said, what if I do, you know? And she's like, well, I just want to let you know that he's been with me and you at the same time, and I've been with him longer than you. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't really give a fuck how long you've been with him. The fact of the matter is this fucking dude is a fucking dog. And she's like, you can have him, bitch. And I was like, really? And then I go and I like fucking screenshot all this shit, send it to him, and I'm like, well, what the fuck is up with this shit, boo-boo? And he's like, oh, that's my ex-girlfriend. She's just being stupid and crazy. She's trying to break us up because she wants me again and this, that, and another. I'm like, I'm looking at him, I'm like, you better get a restraining order. And I'm talking about, you better get a restraining order now. I don't care if it's a fucking Saturday night. You can still get a fucking 48-hour restraining order until you go on Monday and get your own. Seriously, you can do that. I've done that before with my exes. I know how that works. I'm not stupid. Oh, well, I'm going to go Monday. My mom's going to go Monday. I'm like, no, your mama don't need to go. It's fucking you that needs to go. I about said the N-word. I'm sorry. I don't want to say that word because, like, I don't like that word at all. But this is what this dude was acting like, an ignorant fool, okay? He was acting like a fucking fool. So, anyway, let me calm down. Let me calm the fucking down because it's starting to make me heated. I don't know why I'm so fucking mad about it now. Because at the time, I was just like, my feelings were like, okay, you cheated on me. Cool. You know, on to the next, you know, move on with my life. I don't give a fuck. Like, hey, I'm single again, whatever. Like, I think I was more happy than I was like, and I'm not mad. Well, I'm not mad now. You know what I mean? I just kind of, whatever. So then he had the audacity the next morning because like we were still kind of talking at this point, but like I was fucking mad. I was fucking mad at him. I was like, I wasn't mad at him. I was just kind of like over it. I was just so over it. And I was, okay, like, I'm over your ass. So he had the audacity to text me and be like, you need to quit talking to that bitch. Her brother just texted me and showed me all these fucking things. I said, motherfucker, I ain't fucking text her since she fucking told me that you were fucking sleeping with her while you were sleeping with me. Right? Right? I don't have nothing else to say. Thank you for your information. I figured this shit. I knew my fucking intuition was right. I knew all of this shit. I was just waiting on the right time to catch this motherfucker. Like, I really was. So then, I said, you know what? Fuck you. I'm done. I told him that. I was like, fuck you. I'm over. I'm done. And I literally blocked him from everything. Then he had the audacity because I was off on that Sunday for Easter because I wanted to be with my daughter for Easter. He come over to my mama's house, and he just like drove by, and I was like, so, and I didn't, at this point I hadn't blocked him. I said, my mom said the next time you come to her house, she's going to call the police on you. And straight up, that's what my mama fucking said. Straight up, my mom said, if he comes back by to my house, I'm fucking calling the police. I said, do what you want to do. It's your fucking house, mama. I don't give a fuck what you do at this point because he's just my fucking ex. You know, he is my fucking ex. And I told him, I just fucking blocked all of his shit and I was through. That was the last that I talked to him. But yeah, he fucking cheated on me. And I mean, I'm such a fucking dumbass because, I mean, he cheated on me in the past. Why wouldn't that change now? Like, once a cheater, always a cheater. I should have known that in the back of my fucking head. I'm such a fucking dumbass. Like, the last time he cheated on me with 5 females, this time it was 1, and then God knows how many other fucking bitches out there that he fucked. You know what I'm saying? And like, I told my mom, I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to go to the fucking clinic and make sure my shit's straight downstairs because God knows what them females have got or he got. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of that. I don't want nothing that AJs can't wash off. Let me just put it that way. So if you're wondering if there's any perspectives out there for, you know, newbies, you know, a new relationship or anything like that, I don't think this is a new relationship. I just think that this is just like a friend situation going on here. We haven't really went totally all the way, but we've done some things. Let's just put it that way. But I haven't talked to this person in like a week and a half just because they lost their job, and like around the time that they lost their job, their cell phone cut, you know, ended, the service ended, so I can't really get a hold of them that way. So yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, there may or may not be. I mean, as of right now, your girl's just having fun. She's single. She's loving it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, moral of the story is trust your fucking instincts, cause, it's usually right, especially with me. It's always right. Like, you know, like I said, my gut instinct was telling me there was something fucking going on, that I needed to do some research. And then when I stopped doing the research, that's when it came to me. And I'm so glad that I found out as early as I did in this relationship, even though it was only like 3 months. Was I happy with the person? At first I was, but about maybe 2 months into it, I wasn't happy at all. And that's when I started to try to figure out what I needed to do and what was going on. And that's why, because of all the lies and all the bullshit and everything else in between.